John Lamb has flown a lot of aircraft in his lifetime.
I've flown every version of the F-4 that we ever had. I've flown the F-86. I've flown in F-15s and F-16s. So I've had the experience of seeing a lot of different platforms.
But his latest job has him flying in one of the smallest jets ever constructed.
The airplane is 12 feet long from nose to tail. It's got a 17-foot wingspan, and it weighs just a little over 500 pounds. Yet it's capable of speeds up to 300 miles an hour.
This small aircraft, the BD-5J, was named after its creator, Jim Beatty. It's been featured in air shows and doubled as the Coors Light Silver Bullet. Now the pint-sized aircraft has found a new use, with potential to save lives.
These jet airplanes are used by the military as a target vehicle for radar detection. The SMART-1 designation stands for Small Manned Aerial Radar Target Model 1. And so it describes the whole thing. It's very small, it's manned, that means don't shoot at us. It's an aerial target rather than a ground vehicle, and it's a radar target. This airplane makes it very possible for the military to do detection system checking in a lot of different scenarios that you really couldn't use a cruise missile for.
By simulating a cruise missile, the BD-5J can assist the military with targeting without the danger of using live ordnance.
We can go places they could not use a cruise missile or a drone cruise missile. We've actually done real live testing that they could not do with a cruise missile to really see if we can defend against these things.
And those unique capabilities make the airplane a mainstay at military exercises.
Vigilant Shield exercises are in response to better our defense capabilities within the homeland. We do the air defense mission, and we're just so much more proficient after 9/11.
Before taking off to participate in the exercise, the pilot does a thorough check of the aircraft.
All right, what I'm doing is I'm checking the back and the lower part of the cockpit for any fuel leaks, broken wires, springs. Check that the flaps are set to half. Check that the wingtip, everything is secure, the fuel cap is closed. Check the blades in the exhaust section and general condition for any unusual leaks. And I'll look inside the tank to ensure we have the right level of oil.
After the all clear, it's time for takeoff. Once airborne, it's up to the exercise players to find them.
They will look at our radar track, and then they will make decisions based on our direction, speed, altitude, all those things that they would evaluate in a real-time situation. And then they will make a decision whether we should be shot down or that we're friendly.
And while the BD-5J is flying, it's being tracked by the other half of the team, the mission planners.
So on this, we're able to tell his position, his altitude, what jet it is, where his reference is as far as where he's at, and also his heading.
On war games, we become a cruise missile so we can design our attacks sometimes. That's really a lot of fun. We're actually the bad guys. We're starting the wars all the time.
While this may be fun and games for the pilots, their presence is vital to the success of the exercise.
The BD-5 has been huge for us. It's providing the right profiles for us to get the right data back on our sense and engage systems.
This particular threat that we represent is one we have to solve. And so we have been, again, continuously involved, and we're getting involved in programs that I think show a lot of hope to make it where the cruise missile is no longer a threat to the U.S. And that's our goal.
But as an American taxpayer, I think this is a really good deal that we provide an economical service that does a key function for the exercise and for defense planners in general.
Go ahead and leave those in for right now so your knees doesn't hit them on the way out. Okay.
But defense planners aren't the only ones taking notice of the tiny aircraft. Pilots of other aircraft participating in the exercise show up in numbers to get a closer look at the jet.
I thought it was maybe like a remote control airplane or something. And I told him, I said, let's go have a little closer look. I told him, I said, I bet you can fit a person in there. He goes, nah, you can't. And pull it up, sure enough, you can fit a body in there. I saw the seat.
I used to fly F-16, so I'm not afraid of stuff like that. And it's kind of funny because when we saw him, I happen to own a smart car. I don't know if you know what those are, little two-seat, dinky little cars. And, you know, the guys are like, hey, they got smart jets here for you, you know, so.
It's real small and looks like they're pretty maneuverable. but good luck getting into it. Not much room in there.
We normally look for 240 ground on our low-level runs.
With nearly 3 decades of military service, John was more than happy to field questions about the jet with the new generation of military aviators.
Oh, it's a great thrill. We appreciate the chance to meet you guys. I did 27 years in the military, both active, Guard, Reserve. You know, you always want to stay in touch. The feeling of doing something important is really rewarding.
And whether John realizes it or not, he's still making a difference in military aviation by preparing today's service members for the threats they may face in the future.